Hello everyone, welcome to Salesforce Ladder. Here is the answer of day 15 to day 21 of 100-day scenario-based interview questions. Let's start. 1. Your HR department wants to automatically deactivate users whose contract end date has passed. How would you schedule a flow to check this daily and perform the update? Answer. Create a scheduled flow. Set it to run daily. Use a getRecords element to retrieve user records where contract_end_date__c less than today, and is active equals true. Loop. If you expect a large number of users, iterate through the collection of users. Use an updateRecords element to set is active equals false. 2. You want to send a reminder email 3 days before a project__c records deadline. How would you use scheduled flows for this use case? Answer. Create a scheduled flow that runs daily. Use a formula to calculate 3 days ahead, today, plus 3. In the getRecords element, fetch project__c records where deadline__c equals formula date. Use a loop to send email reminders using the send email action. Use email templates if needed and set dynamic recipients from the record. 3. A field called renewal_due__c exists on account. You want to schedule a flow every Sunday to check if renewal is due in the next 7 days. How would you design this? Answer. Create a scheduled flow and set the schedule to run weekly on Sunday. Use a formula, today, plus 7. Use a getRecords element to fetch account records where renewal_due__c equals formula date. Loop. Loop through the retrieved account records. Use decision elements and update, notify actions accordingly, e.g., send email reminders or flag accounts. 4. A record-triggered flow fails without showing an error to the user. How would you identify and fix the issue using Salesforce debugging tools? Answer. Check flow error emails. Review debug logs for flow_element_error. Use flow debugger in Flow Builder to trace execution. Implement fault paths in production for custom logging, notifications. 5. In a flow, you are using an updateRecords element after a getRecords element. Sometimes the flow skips the update step. What could be the cause and how would you troubleshoot it? Answer. getRecords, found no data. Most common, decision elements diverted the flow. Permissions or record locks. Troubleshoot, use debug mode to inspect getRecords output and flow path. Add decision elements to check if collections are empty. 6. Your flow crashes due to missing required fields. How do you make your flow more resilient to errors in production? Answer. Implement fault paths for all DML operations, log errors to a custom object, send admin emails. Use decision elements to check for null or empty variables after getRecords. Leverage Salesforce validation rules on objects to prevent bad data entry. 7. A complex automation involves multiple DML operations and needs looping through child records. Would you choose Flow or Apex? Why? Answer. Choose Apex. Why? Better for bulkification, managing governor limits, complex logic, robust error handling, and comprehensive testing. Flows can be inefficient here. 8. Your team is debating whether to build a record update using Flow or Apex. What factors would you consider in choosing the right approach? Answer. Complexity, Flow for simple, Apex for intricate, data volume, Apex for high performance, integration needs. Team skill set, Flow for admins, Apex for devs, and testability. 9. You have a scenario that requires sending a call out to an external system upon record update. Would you use Flow or Apex? Justify your choice. Answer. Use Apex, since Flow doesn't support callouts directly in record-triggered flows. Apex can manage callouts, timeouts, and retry logic. Ensure the callout is done asynchronously, at future or queuable. 10. You have a trigger on contact that updates related account data. The trigger works for single records but fails for bulk operations. How would you bulkify it? Answer. Issue, SOQL, DML inside for loops, hits governor limits. Bulkify, collect all relevant IDs into a set less than id greater than. Perform a single SOQL query outside the loop using where id in my set. Store results in a map less than id, s object greater than for efficient lookup. Process logic and collect updated records into a list less than s object greater than. Perform a single DML operation, update my records list. 11. A developer used a SOQL query inside a for loop in a trigger. What's the issue with this approach and how would you fix it? Answer. Issue: hits 100 SOQL query limit. Causes system limit exception. Fix: bulkify using the collect IDs, single query, map for lookup strategy as previous. 12. Write the logic to bulk update all parent account last _ contacted _ date _ C fields based on related contact insertions. Answer. Create a set less than id greater than of accounteds from trigger.new. Query accounts and their contacts using a nested SOQL, selected, last activity date from contacts order by last activity date DESC limit 1, from account where id in, accounteds. Iterate through the queried accounts, determine the latest last activity date, from existing and new contacts. Add changed accounts to a list less than account greater than. Perform a single update on the list less than account greater than. 13. You wrote an Apex class that inserts opportunity records. How would you write a test class to ensure 100% code coverage? Answer. Annotate class methods with @istist. Create test data, insert an account. Call your create opportunities method with test data, e.g., test, start test, my class, create opportunities, test, stop test, winking face. Assert results, use system. Assert equals, to verify the number of opportunities created and their field values by querying the database. 14. In your test class, some DML operations are failing due to missing required fields. How do you prepare your test data properly? Answer. Prepare test data. Always identify and populate all required fields for the S object you are creating, standard and custom. Create parent records first, e.g., account before contact, opportunity, and link them by id. Consider a test data factory for complex data setups. 15. Explain how system assert equals works in test classes. Why is it important for unit testing? Answer. How it works: compares an expected value with an actual value. Fails if they are not identical. Importance: verifies expected behavior of your code, catches regressions, documents code intent, provides confidence in quality, and ensures refactoring safety. It's the core of proving your code works. Example: system assert equals closed one opposite stage name. 16. Write a SOQL query to fetch all contacts with their account's industry where the account rating is hot. Answer: selected, name, account, industry, account, rating from contact where account, rating equals hot, 17. You want to fetch all accounts and their related opportunities where the opportunity stage is negotiation. How would you write this query? Answer: selected, name, stage name from opportunities where stage name equals negotiation, from account where id in, select accounted from opportunity where stage name equals negotiation. 18. How can you write a nested SOQL query to get all opportunities with related contact roles? Answer: selected, name, stage name, selected, contacted, contact, name, role from opportunity contact roles, from opportunity. Where id in, select opportunity id from opportunity contact role, 19. Your business wants to implement a many-to-many relationship between volunteer __C and event __C. How would you configure this using a junction object? Answer: create a junction object, volunteer _event __C. On volunteer _event __C, create two master detail relationship fields, one to volunteer __C and one to event __C. 20. You're designing a schema for a school system with student, course, and enrollment objects. What types of relationships would you use and how would you model this in Schema Builder? Answer: school system, student, course, enrollment, relationships, student and enrollment, master detail, 1, M, course and enrollment, master detail, 1, M, enrollment is the junction object resolving the many-to-many between student and course. Schema Builder, create all three objects. On enrollment __C, add two master detail fields, one to student __C and one to course __C. 21. Explain how Schema Builder helps in planning object relationships and give a real-world example of how you've used it in a project. Answer: helps by providing a visual, interactive data model overview. Allows direct creation, modification of objects, fields, relationships. Aids in identifying gaps and redundancies. Great communication tool. Real-world example, used it to design a complex opportunity, donation, to campaign many-to-many relationship using a campaign_influence__C junction object, ensuring correct data modeling and stakeholder alignment. For more such content, don't forget to subscribe Salesforce Ladder.